Today I want to share with you some fascinating facts about the life and work of Earl István Ambrózy-Migazzi, a Hungarian botanist, lawyer and politician, also known as the Flowery Earl. He was the founder of two impressive arboretums in Hungary and Slovakia, where he experimented with hundreds of evergreen plants and exotic flowers from different climates. He was also a loyal Hungarian who left behind more than 2 decades worth of hard work in order to save his Hungarian citizenship. István Ambrózy was born in Nice, France on March 5, 1869 as the first child of Baron Lajos Ambrózy, a Hungarian landowner, and Agata Andrödy, a noblewoman and passionate gardener. The ancestors of the Ambrózy family were raised to nobility and granted a coat of arms by Emperor Matthias II in 1601. The young Ambrózy spent his childhood in Vép, a village in Vas County, where, while watching his mother taking care of the garden in the large park of the family castle, he developed a lifelong interest in nature and botany. He later went on to study law and botany in Vienna, Leuven, and Budapest. During his university years, he traveled extensively to learn about the Mediterranean flora. He was especially interested in how to grow evergreen trees and shrubs in the continental climate of cold winters and hot, dry summers. In 1892, he married Antonia Migazzi, a countess from Upper Hungary, now Slovakia, and added her name to his own. He moved to her estate in Malonja, now Mlinani, where he started his botanical experiments. First, he planted the seeds of Mediterranean plants that the couple had brought back from their honeymoon on the Canary Islands and at Lake Geneva. He then continued with sowing the seeds of thousands of evergreen species from all over the world, creating a unique collection that attracted many visitors and scientists. He also bought up the neighboring woodlands, where he built a mansion in the neoclassical style with an imposing tower. In 1914, Ambrózy returned to Hungary for his mother's funeral and never went back to Malonja, which was detached from Hungary and ceded to Czechoslovakia following World War I and the Treaty of Trianon. He sacrificed the rewards of more than 20 years of hard work in Malonja for his Hungarian citizenship and appointed his gardener, József Misák, to be steward of his estate and to continue his grandiose project. He settled in Kam, a village in Vas County, where he founded Jéli Arboretum in 1922. just as in Malonia, here too he set his primary goal as adapting evergreens and exotic plants to cold winters. He acquired and planted different pine species from the forests of the Rocky Mountains, giant firs, mountain spruces, and Colorado firs. By the end of the 1920s, the then 5-hectare area was filled with blackcurrants, barberries, cyclamens, privets, Japanese spindles, lilies, daffodils, irises, snowflakes, and many others. In the shade of the pines, he planted rhododendron shrubs. Today, Jéli Arboretum boasts one of the largest rhododendron collections in Europe, with more than 300 species and several thousand specimens. Besides being a botanist, Ambrózy was engaged in politics and served as a member of parliament from 1920 to 1922, representing the Christian National Union Party. He had a great memory and spoke 8 languages. In addition to the creation of the 2 arboretums, in 1930 he elaborated a plan for the regulation of Timisoara's river, the Bega. He also drafted up landscaping plans for Gellért Hill and for the eastern slopes of the hills overlooking the Danube Bend, which he wanted to make into a world-famous attraction. Sadly, he died at the early age of 64, leaving these projects unrealized. He chose his burial place in a remote section of Jéli Arboretum, where his tombstone bears his motto, Semper Vieru, I always stay green. His legacy lives on in his 2 botanical gardens. The Malonia Arboretum has become Slovakia's leading center for research in dendrobiology, and it houses one of the most important collections of non-native tree gene stocks in Central Europe, containing more than 2,300 species of trees from the Mediterranean region, America, Africa, and Asia. The Jéli Arboretum keeps fascinating its visitors with a cavalcade of scents and colors, especially in May, making it one of the most extraordinary botanical gardens in springtime. It also features a lookout tower named after Ambrózy, resembling the folk architecture of the Őrség region and offering a view over the Japanese and Rocky Mountain patches. In 2019, a canopy walkway was constructed in the Garden of Giants, taking visitors up to a height of 10 meters and giving them a chance to admire non-native giant pine trees from up close.